Hello folks, I'm OwenSpack33, and welcome back to part 2 of Kirby Superstar, playing via the Kirby's Dream Collection Special Edition for the Nintendo Wii. Last time we took on Spring Breeze, we defeated King DeDeDe, and we got the food back to Dreamland. Now we're gonna take him on in a race, a gourmet race. Race through gourmet world rule. What am I going on about? Alright, let's just watch the intro play by. Gourmet Race, of course, is the song most commonly known in the Kirby universe, and I believe this is its first appearance, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it appears in any games prior to this. I think this was its first appearance, which would make sense because it is called Gourmet Race. That's how it's known. So, it's weird that this song became such an iconic Kirby song. I mean, there's so many like great Kirby songs that came before this. I mean, Butter Building's really good. I like that from Kirby's Adventure. And Green Greens is pretty good too. But no, Gourmet Race became the staple of Kirby's soundtrack. Everyone knows it. Like seriously, you think of Kirby music, this is the song you think of right now. So I could just not talk and let it play, but no. So the objective of Gourmet Race really is just to get to the end. All this food doesn't really matter. I keep forgetting if you slide there. King DeDeDe somehow fits through there. But yeah, all you have to do is win. I didn't mean to do that. Reason being is, so there's a score at the bottom there, right? So I beat him 35-7. But every time you win a race, it adds 50 to your score. So if you win all 3 races, you're golden, because he's not going to be able to at all catch up to that. Even if you win 2, you're probably pretty set. Probably wouldn't matter on the food too much unless you really didn't eat anything and King DeDeDe got a lot. I'm not really meaning to do that, it's really weird. Something interesting to note in this mode is Kirby's exhale attack will actually, if you use it on a piece of food, it'll actually count as collecting it. It's the only mode I can think of in any Kirby game where that's the case. It's kind of weird. But yeah, you can do that. What's really weird, though, is why this mode wasn't 2-player. There should have been a 2-player, you know, one person's Kirby, one person's DeDeDe, have it split screen or something. There's no real reason that couldn't exist. Now this third race here, you got some powers you can use. I always use Jet. I had a Nintendo Power, and it always recommended using the Jet Power, so I always use the Jet. But I think Wheel's pretty good, and they give you all the mobile powers, all the powers that give you like movement. Wing's pretty good too, if I'm not mistaken, because Wing in the air is like super fast. Jet is pretty fast once you're moving. And of course that initial part where I like went by all those star blocks using the jet charge, that's really good too. But what's really effective getting through that water is just Kirby's normal like inhale like floating. If you use that in the water, you like fly through the water. It's really fast. I never really tried to set any records with this. I played Gourmet Race a little bit when I was a kid. Not as much as the actual other modes, but yeah, it was pretty fun. I always tried to like beat my scores. What's really fun is you can do the individual time trials for, like, look, I killed him. Look, he didn't even get 50 points. I could have won just one race, and that's more than all the food he collected, so that's why food doesn't really matter in this mode. That was a pretty good time, actually. Alright, I get out, start. Yeah, so there's you can do these individual time trials. You won't race against DeDeDe, it'll just be, you know, try to get the best time. Won't worry about that. Let's move on to the meat of the game, which is Dyna Blade. Really fun mode. I always like Dyna Blade. You know, she's destroying all the crops. So basically, Kirby, you mess with his food, and he's gonna come after you, really. So let's watch the intro to Dyna Blade. Very simple, very simplistic here. Here's what happens. Dyna Blade flies by, cuts a mountain in half, and Kirby is drooling from sleeping after getting hit by an apple. That's Dyna Blade. Let's play. No, you shall not explain copy, and no, I don't want to know about it. Alright, so Dyna Blade, pretty simple, 4 stages, and then the final fight against Dyna Blade herself. I'm pretty sure Dyna Blade's a female. It would make sense. Anyway, Cutter. I didn't show this off a whole lot. I showed off Final Cutter a little bit toward the end of last video, but Cutter is a lot of fun. It's a classic, iconic Kirby power for sure. It's been around since the first game. And it's very helpful for getting around. Oh yeah, most enemies don't like water either. They just kind of die. Which is kind of funny. Boom. Kind of in your face. I should show off another power. There's Parasol there. I don't think I've showed off Parasol yet. It's a little too late now. There's Beam. Alright, this game wants me to use Beam. Okay, how do I switch out here? Got Sir Kibble on the go. This is a part where I'm not going to really try to care about my helper now. Like, I showed off my helper a little bit during Spring Breeze, but when I'm playing on my own, I usually just play on my own. The helper gets in my way. They'll kill enemies I don't want them to kill, and all that other stuff. Beam is a lot of fun. It's got a grab attack, which is always fun. Grab someone, you can shoot them up. Really effective against bosses. All grab attacks are. But Beam ones is very simple to use. You grab one of their projectiles. Most bosses will be above you like that. Anyway, here's a copy icon. What are those called? Those are copy abilities. I can't remember what those specifically are called. They're not like copy statues. But anyway, those will just give you a power if you touch it. I don't think we saw any of those in Spring Breeze. I think that's the first time you see one is Dyna Blade. And you'll see a lot of those throughout the game, and they're pretty cool. You know, you just get a power. If you're playing with a friend, it's nice for them too. They can just touch it, and you don't have to. Whoever's playing Kirby doesn't have to give up their power for them. They can just become it. Anyway, here's a one-up up here, or invincible candy up here. We'll just kind of fly through there. Could hit that bomb, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna run by. See, look how slow Sir Kibble is, like, slowing me down here. If I speed up here fast enough, I should be able to take out this boss. Yeah. Alright, so let's show off a power we're not going to see for a while, actually. So I'm going to show it off now. But once Super wears off, you'll get to see what's actually called here. It's Cook! Cook is Kirby's final smash in Brawl. And when you use it on enemies, it puts them in a pot. And any of their projectiles, too, as you saw the cutter went in. And for every enemy, you get a piece of food, which is pretty cool. 4 enemies and 1 projectile will give us 4. Pretty useless at the end of the stage, because you get fully healed anyway. I didn't notice if I got points for using that. I never really go for a high score. Let's see if I can't. I didn't get the full. I never really tried for a high score, but Spring Breeze and Dyna Blade will keep track of your score. So if you're going for, you're going for a little challenge, maybe you're running a little contest on YouTube or something, you want people to get a high score, and you can always do that. Anyway, let's move on to stage 2 here. I'm already 9 minutes in. Well, probably not. There's probably a bit of editing to do. Alright, so that Waddle Doo was holding a Parasol. Now that doesn't count as getting 2 powers, but if you knock it away from him and then inhale the Parasol and Waddle Doo, then it would count as a mix, which I'll be sure to show off when I can. This room here is actually a trap, but I'll go in it anyway. It'll show off some enemies that we won't see for anywhere else in Dyna Blade. And these are actually Meta Knight's henchmen, which we'll see later in the game. But they just kind of make an appearance there. I don't know, just kind of, hey look, here's Meta Knight's henchmen. Parasol's got a really good throw, very, very powerful. Most throws are powerful as they are, but pretty sure anything thrown with Parasol will die in 1 hit. Now here, let's show off a really cool power, which I'm glad they brought back in Return to Dreamland, and that is Ninja. Ninja is really cool. Ninjas are cool as it is, right? So Kirby as a ninja, pretty awesome too. So as Ninja, you can throw knives, or kunai, I think they are. I don't know proper ninja terminology. Also, see how I just got thrown there? Yeah, I can do that too, but I got owned by it instead. That's actually Kirby's forward throw in the Smash Bros. Series ever since the original one. Why it's always been that, I don't know. How I just went invisible there. If Kirby takes damage as Ninja, and you press the 1 button, you will vanish. Let's see if we can't open this up. You can open this up with Ninja. Not doing that though. I can do this with Mirror, but I don't want to. I don't want to grab him. Darn it. Let's see if I can't. Come on, Cutter, get over here. Bomb. I don't care who. Just somebody. Maybe you know what? I'll just get Mirror. This ain't happening. I've done it before. Ninja's just 1 attack. If you hold it down, it's like a knife. Like he swings like a ninja sword or a katana or something. But when you hit a guy, it releases a bunch of knives underneath them. And that could have activated that bomb, but I couldn't get it. Anyway, in Dyna Blade, there's 2 hidden switches that lead to 2 secret stages. They're not really stages, they're just copy rooms, which you can find all those copy ability statues that we saw earlier. I can't believe I can't think of the titles of them. I'm gonna keep calling it a copy statue. Maybe that's kind of right. I mean, that's what it is. It's kind of like a statue. Pretty sure that's what they are. The technical term is in the final game. I'm pretty sure it's in the tutorial. I won't really spoil what that is, because that's probably the coolest game of Biospark's getting owned. I'm getting owned. Wow, I'm really hurt. I'm not paying attention at all here. Luckily, I think there's some food here. Oh, look, sweet. Sir Kibble. See, the Kirby. The helper can do that. He can take the form of any power guy. If you ran into that sleep guy, you can't have sleep as a helper. It is a power. It's actually like a dud power. If you inhale a sleep guy, you will get hurt by it. Or you won't get hurt. You won't do anything. You fall asleep, right? But if the helper runs into it when he's dying, I believe he'll become a random power. Any power that a helper can't become, and they run into a power like enemy, I'm pretty sure they'll just become a random power. Which is pretty cool. Here's Wheel. Wheel's a lot of fun because you move really fast. Its main practicality, though, is when you give it to a helper, who hopefully runs into it. And then as Kirby, once he decides he's done, this is why I really don't like the computer. As Kirby, you can ride on him as Wheelie Rider, which we'll be seeing later in the game. You actually need it if you want to get 100%. You will need Wheelie Rider. But something really cool. Bonkers. Bonkers is really tough with Wheel. Wheel's is kind of hard offensively, but something really cool is if you're playing with a second person, the second person, like whoever's Wheelie, they'll control the wheel. As Kirby, you actually get to shoot out little like star bullets, which do so much damage. Like, it's insane how much damage it does. It doesn't even look like it would hurt a lot, but it's a really powerful attack. And I don't even know why they give you food here, because we're at the end of the level. And then in here, because food doesn't give you points either. In here is 1-ups. Goody, don't really need them, but we'll get them anyway. 13 1-ups. Ooh, look at that, max power. Turned it white. Turning that white and it being full red, I'm pretty sure gives you the exact same distance, so I don't know if that's like kind of like a glitch or something, but maybe it's just like, yo, you got maximum power, good for you. Alright, we'll take on this enemy, and then we'll show off the bonus room, and then I think I'm gonna call it an episode here. Part. I said episode again. I'm labeling them as parts, they're not episodes. I can't remember what this guy's name is. Me and Griff made fun of this guy, though, during our project. I can't remember what this guy's actual name is, though. I was looking up a bunch of Kirby enemies recently, just to kind of see, you know, improve my Kirby trivia and my knowledge, but I can't remember for the life of me what that guy's name is. So anyway, in here you'll find all the different copy icons, statues, whatever the heck they're called. So there's quite a few in here, some powers we haven't seen yet. So I won't really show off ones we haven't seen yet. Actually, the only thing we haven't seen in here is that green one, but we'll see that in the next level. And everything else here I've showed off, I'm pretty sure. Alright, but next time we'll take on the 3rd level. I'll just end it here. So thanks for watching, Kirby Superstar. I've been OwenSpack33. Thanks for watching if you're on Full Screen Arcade. And I'll see you next time for part 3. We'll finish off Dyna Blade and probably start the next game too. Alright, bye.